Welcome back to our channel. If you've been following this series so far, you'll know we've been cruising on board the Norwegian Star all the way down the coast of South America, visiting ports in Argentina, Uruguay and Chile before crossing Drake Passage and cruising around Antarctica. Join us today as we arrive in our last port of the journey. Morning! We're just arriving in the Falkland Islands. There's another cruise ship here already.
Ooh.
It's the Holland America line, Amsterdam. The tenders are out, ready to go ashore. So we just need to get ourselves dressed and ready and off we go.
And they arrived early as well, it's just after 6 o'clock. Which is good, so we've got plenty of time to get ready.
Yeah. We've had breakfast and we're waiting for our tender. So we're number 13. They just called number 9. We've got a little while yet to wait. And then it's what, 25
minutes
on the tender to get to shore. That's Stanley over there. Yeah, so to get to the port in Stanley, we have to go through that gap there, which obviously is too narrow for our big ship, which is why we have to take a tender to get to shore. We have a connection with a family here who have relatives in Edinburgh, who live in Edinburgh, and we met some of them who were visiting their relatives a few weeks ago, and so we're actually going to meet up with one of the family, Alexa. She's meeting us this morning when we get off the boat, and she's going to show us around, so that's really nice. We've arrived on Falkland Islands. We're about to step on land for the first time in 4 days. After meeting Alexa at the port, she drove us out of Stanley to explore some local attractions. Oh, there's an old boat there. Is that the boat you were talking about?
Yes.
The wreck.
You don't have a problem with bridges, do you? I should have asked before. Because
No,
my
we're
sister
fine.
has. So
We've been on weaker bridges than this, I think. So, first stop is to see Lady Liz, the shipwreck. So we're at Whalebone Cove, which is named from the large number of whalebones that can be seen at low tide. At the moment it's not low tide, it's high tide, so we can't really see whalebones. You can see some ducks there. I think it's a male and a female by the looks of them. Hello! So Lady Elizabeth was on a voyage from Vancouver and suffered damage whilst rounding Cape Horn. She limped into Stanley for repairs, but the repairs were never carried out, and then she was served as a floating warehouse for many years, blown to her current position by a violent gale in 1936. Interesting. So not actually a shipwreck, exactly, just an abandoned ship.
See why you need a 4-wheel drive.
this is why. Yep. Yeah, and exactly like the roads. Now they're kind of fixing some of them, but they're mainly gravel.
There's our ship.
That's like the one on the
That
right.
one on the right is our one. So pretty. So we've come down to York Bay. Gypsy Cove is over there, where all the tourists are. But we're here and it's nice and quiet.
What we do is we have to put our feet here.
Ah,
The wall.
yeah. Alexa explained to us that York Bay was the last place in the Falklands to have landmines cleared from it in November 2020.
It was quite exciting because it was the last place that had mines. Of course, it's lovely.
So, Falklands are now completely mine-free. That's nice. So look at this. I could almost imagine that we were in Scotland. Apart from that there's a penguin right there. So peaceful. And now we've got Mr. Penguin. He's just just showing off. He's like, look at me. That's what you've all come for, isn't it? You've all come to see me. Wow, so close. Can you tell what type of penguin it is? What are these birds? Oh. Hello. Oh, you're very tame, coming very close. Got another couple of ducks here.
Little birds are very cute.
They are cute. I need to find out what these birds are called. After a nice walk along the beach, Alexa took us back into Stanley and we had some lunch together before heading back out to another beauty spot. So we've come out to the Lighthouse at Cape Pembroke, which is at the end of the headland. The city's way back there. You can see our cruise ship there as well. It's got very sunny now, warm.
I got sunblock on.
Yeah, we're going to take a walk up and see the lighthouse. Is it still working? No.
Something next to it.
So Cape Pembroke Lighthouse was erected in 1854 and the tower was 60 feet high. The light was produced by 18 lamps burning rapeseed oil. In 1905 it was decided to rebuild the lighthouse on new foundations as the old wooden ones had become rotten. The rebuilt lighthouse was 70 feet high from base to weather vane. It operated continually until the Argentine invasion in April 1982, when it was put out of operation. The light on Cape Pembroke today is a ground-mounted solar-powered unit erected by the Fisheries Department in 1987. So they're proposing to renovate it because it's a little bit rusty and in need of a bit of TLC. I bet the views from up there would be stunning. We're looking for seals or sea lions. Apparently they come here, but not sure if there's any here today. I have to clamber on the rocks. Wow, so much kelp. Yeah, I see what you mean about the spinach spaghetti. No sea lions to be seen?
Nothing for now.
No.
Probably there might be some around there, but of course, depends how.
The kelp's impressive though. The way it's moving about. Like it's all boiling in a pot.
Well, maybe with the camera he can see if there are any seals.
Yeah. Do you see any?
I'll put the camera away so I can walk.
Oh, okay. Geese? Maybe?
No, those are some kind of oyster catcher, could I be?
So I think when a lot of people think about the Falkland Islands, they tend to think about the war and, you know, kind of sad things to do with it. But, you know, look at this. This is so peaceful, so calm. You could just sit here all day and just reflect and just meditate. Think about life. Yeah, Phil, you chose the wrong footwear for today.
Which is fine, but I just didn't expect to walk around. I just thought about walking around the town.
Yeah, this is much better than walking around the town though, right?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Those other people that came in front of us have left already.
Yeah.
They literally arrived 30 seconds before us.
Yeah.
Took some pictures, turned around and went home. You don't get to enjoy
That's
it.
the touristy thing to do, isn't it? Just, oh, right, seen it, took a picture, let's head on. So it's a war memorial, like the propeller of a plane. Big step. Whew.
We can go upstairs.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting super warm again. Still making his way down with Leonardo, the large lens. Wow. It's so peaceful here. It's like Scotland. Peaceful. Oh, right down to the kelp. Lots of watchful birds though. It looks like it would be nice for a dip, but I'm sure it's a lot colder than it looks. Here comes a big wave. Whoa. Wow, it's a big one. So we're searching for starfish. Yeah. Just watching the water lapping up. So nice. See anything over there, Phil? A tiny fish. Oh, oh yeah. So we just spotted some dolphins. Two of them. There, oh, there's the fin. Oh, a nice sunny day for them. Yeah. Oh, there they are. Bit sticks up. Yeah, look, see there? There it is.
They're following
Oh.
towards that rock far away.
Oh, the. Not that way, are they? Ugh. Could just stay here all day. We have to be back at our boat by 4. Just outside of Stanley on our way back to the city, and we've stopped to look at this. Wow. I've never seen such a big sign thing. Look at that. Murmansk, 17,900 kilometers. That's pretty far. Where else have we got? Wishaw, 8,075 miles. Lahore, it doesn't actually say, can't see it. Portsmouth, 7,799. Liverpool, 7,918. Trinidad, Walkington, Southampton, 7,814. Thornaway's on there. So this is the totem pole. It was created shortly after 1982 when the military lived in coastal temporary barracks by the canal. The totem pole has signs from all over the world with the distances between the Falklands and the destinations on the sign. Look, Indonesia, 13,399 kilometers. I think the furthest one I've seen is the Murmansk, 17. Can you see anyone that's further than that? Yeah? Oh, I haven't looked around the other side yet. Some have fallen down. What a shame. Beverley, Brighton, they've fallen down. Isle of Sheppey. South Lanarkshire? Greg's. Nepal, 10,104. Isle of Barra. It's cool. All the cars have like British number plates, but with an F at the beginning. F for Falklands, I guess, right? So the police cars here look exactly like the police cars back home. And the police officers look exactly like the police officers back home. Oh, this is the famous cathedral, isn't it? Most southerly cathedral in the world. We've already got tenders going back. Finally, our tender is coming. Woo.
Hit the steps.
Oh dear. So, bye bye Falkland Islands. That was our last port. So, back to Buenos Aires now. Well, that's us back on the ship for the last time. Feels a bit sad. So we'll have another 2 days at sea now. But yeah, the Falklands was really nice. I'm glad that we got to go out with Stanley and see the nature and the landscape of the Falklands rather than spending time around the town, you know? The city, yes, it's a city now. The Queen declared it a city recently, before she died. Yeah, because the town was quite busy with all the tourists. 3 cruise ships in at once, so that's a lot of people to be milling about. But yeah, it was so nice to spend time with Alexa and her family. Her mum and dad came at the end, and they're tour guides, so they had been out with a bunch of tourists today, so they got back. We had a coffee together. And yeah, that's us on our way now. Okay, Falkland Island souvenirs. So we got a couple of postcards with some scenery and of course again 2 penguins. We got some fridge magnets, one with penguins and one with a map of the 2 islands, and we got a little penguin. It's actually a Humboldt penguin, which is not one of the ones we've seen, but he was the cutest. So a little friend for Mulan, the Romanian IKEA panda. She's so happy. She has a little black and white friend to hang out with for the last couple of days. She's been a bit lonely. So I did want to try and get a Falkland Islands flag, because we've got our Wooden World map at home on the wall in the living room, and it came with like lots of different country flag push pins, but it didn't have one for the Falkland Islands. I don't know if that's because technically the Falkland Islands are like a British overseas territory, so not a country, but yeah, they didn't have a Falkland Islands flag. And in the last gift shop, just as we were waiting in the very long queue to get the tender, I had time to run into the 3rd gift shop in the town. She had all these little pins with different animals and things, and I said I was looking for a flag, and she said that they did have flags, but they'd sold out. So that's a shame, because it would have been like the perfect size to just fit on the Wooden World map for Falkland Islands. But I can maybe ask Alexa to get me one, because they're moving over to Britain in March, so maybe she can pick me one up and bring it over for me. Our last meal at Versailles and saying goodbye to the Falklands. Got the sun setting over the Falklands. Although that was our last port day, we still have 2 full days to spend aboard the Norwegian Star. What kinds of things can you fill your time with while at sea aboard this ship? Join us in our last video of this series to find out.